Burnley, Arsenal.
Yeah.
Hit that like button, people. We're talking Hang on a minute.
Battle of the bottom.
We're on 800 viewers right now, and we're only on 125 likes. What's going on? Smash that like button right now for us. Let's get this video trending, people. Hit that like button right now. Relegation battle this weekend. Arsenal versus Burnley. Adam Charles, are you going to beat Burnley this weekend?
You know what? If I'm honest, yeah,
No.
I can't say that we will.
Wow.
It's peak because we know, like, Arsenal's big problem is breaking down teams that sit back and play deep. And the thing is, it's not even like we're creating loads of chances and our strikers are just missing them. We create maybe 1 or 2 chances a game and we don't tuck them away. So it's like if Burnley sit back and defend, it's peak for us. If they hoof the ball up, you got bloody Chris Wood, who's going to be elbowing Rob Holding in the face. Is he up for a fight? That's what we need to know. And if I was Arteta, do you know what I'd be doing? I'd be onto Rob Holding every day in training, just trying to elbow him. Like every single day, I'll be preparing him for the game that he's gonna be playing, because we know what's gonna happen and we know how Arsenal are gonna win it or lose it. Sorry. So it's just about making sure it doesn't happen. And if we don't create chances, then it's long for us.
Adam.
On a statistical level here, one sec, James. On a statistical level here, this season in the Premier League, Arsenal and Burnley average per game the same amount of chances created, and the same amount of shots created, and the same amount of dribbles completed per game. Arsenal this season literally are at Burnley's level.
That's why I don't get why everyone asks me when I support Burnley.
Who even dribbles in Burnley?
So wait, no. Burnley aren't levels, fam. Let's get it right. Brexit FC, need to get.
No.
This is what I was going to say.
Arsenal are down there. That's how low they are.
No, but there's no one in Burnley's team that dribbles. There's not like
Adam.
they have a Traore or something. They got Dwight McNeil.
Yeah.
This is my point. If you can't beat Burnley, you deserve to get relegated, bruv. I'm sorry. They're not even been good.
They're
this
going
season.
to win though.
Listen. Arsenal. I want Arsenal to win this game, innit? Let them win this game. Their confidence goes up again.
No, it won't.
And then 4 games on a bounce, they get smacked again.
I need
AFTV and chill.
I know. I need
2 goals.
Guys, let me just continue with the thread we're on. We'll come back to the Igal here. You're currently performing at the same level as Burnley Brexit FC. You're not scoring. You're not creating opportunities and chances. There's a super chat here for you as I ask this. But Igal, are you confident that you're going to win your next 5 games? Are you confident ahead of the Burnley game?
Honestly, after losing 3 home games in a row, don't forget we lost to Leeds, we lost to Wolves. Who else we lose to?
You drew Leeds, but it felt like
Leeds was away from home. And then Leicester, Aston Villa, and Wolves. We lost 3 home games on the bounce. This is the 4th game. This would be Arteta's breaking records here. Honestly, it's very sad what I'm seeing.
It's beautiful.
But I'll tell you guys this: I genuinely feel like if we're gonna win a game, this is the game that we're gonna have to win, because the next couple of games is gonna be tough. We're gonna face Southampton, we're gonna face Everton, we're gonna face Chelsea. If there's a game to get us a bounce back, at least it's gonna be this team. They've scored only 5 goals. Don't compare them to us. We've at least gotten double digits.
6 goals.
These guys haven't even scored any goals. Well, we scored 10 goals.
Hang on. How many goals have we got? You've got 10. You're first.
Yeah. You're making it seem No. 1 second, guys. The main reason why everybody's almost going crazy right now is because it seems like it's later than it actually is. We're not that late into the season. Yes, it's near December. Yes, it's in December. It's almost Christmas time. But if you actually look at the schedule, the season started later. So when it comes to it, we would be in more games right now. So when you actually say, "Oh, Arsenal's this but down low at the bottom of the season," it's not that bad, because at the end of the day, it still would be in a normal season. Right now, we'd still be in early October. Not really late.
And you still be 16. You
still be 15. I want to back you, but I don't know.
No, but here's my point. Let me finish it up. Manchester United were where last year? You guys finished 3rd. Tottenham were 14th last year. This year they're at the top of the league. Things change quick.
2 different teams, bruv. 2 different
guys
teams.
Talking about relegation, we're not going to get relegated. Listen. First of all, the relegation stuff is dead banter, guys. We're not going to get relegated. At the end of the season, we're obviously going to get up there with top 8, top 6 teams. We're not going to maybe not get top 4, but realistically, at the end of the day, you have to change your expectations throughout the season. My expectation at the beginning of the season was to get top 4. Right now, I'm saying we have to fight to get back into the top 6. That's a serious statement right here. Like, no
I can hear you on that one.
Guys, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
So are you confident that even being 16th, worst start to a Premier League campaign ever, are you still confident that you can catch up and compete and get back into that top 6 from here?
I am 100% confident in the direction that the club is trying to get into. They're trying to move out a lot of pieces. I'm hearing they're trying to get rid of Ozil. I'm hearing they're trying to make moves in the summer, in the January window to get players out and possibly get some players in. And to me, I feel like the situation we're in right now is dire. And with the noticing how bad it is, Arteta and the board will have to do something. And I feel like they will make the adequate changes needed to get us back into that argument for the top 6 and top 4 eventually. But right now, I have to take it one game at a time. And I feel like we're going to beat Burnley, and all this stuff about relegation, you guys are going to see. It's not going to be a conversation.
Let me just jump in on that one. I have to agree with some of what you said, but not all of it, obviously, because I don't think you can, although it's early and an ordinary season would have us in, like, I think you said early October or something like that. You can't ever, like, negate the fact that this is our worst start to a season since bloody the 20th century, bro. Like, you can't escape that. However, I do agree with you that Arteta, I believe, is making the right moves and putting the pieces in place to get us towards long-term success. And I think if he can do that, I can't believe what I'm about to say, but I might be willing to take a top 10 finish. Can
I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
You said, that you guys are looking to get rid of certain players like Ozil and all these guys. Who is going to buy these? Remember, because their contracts haven't run out, it means they're going to be bought. Who's going to buy these players, bro? Who's going to buy Ozil?
Man
Who's
United.
going to buy whatever other player on these astronomical contracts? Who's going to buy them, bro? Like, what are you talking about?
That's for these guys to sort it out. At the end of the day, half of these guys, their contract's going to be running out. So it's probably better for them to move on in this January window for people who are desperate, for them to be out of options in the summer. For their own careers, it might benefit them to leave now than it would be for them to leave in the January window, in the summer window, for then when more people... Think about it this way.
When they can get bought for free.
Yeah. But if you could get bought for free, right? I don't think some of these guys are even going to find a good deal.
So wait.
They're going to find a better deal now for players that are desperate.
You're saying that teams would rather pay for them now in January than wait till the summer and get them.
We're trying to move these guys out for free. We're not even worried about making money back. Realistically, some of these guys need to just get out of the club.
Bro, who's going to remember? They have to pick the player. Ozil's not going to want to leave.
No.
Yeah, but hold on. There's been news recently to say that Fenerbahce are interested in Ozil and DC United are interested. So people are
interested in
DC United.
Yeah, but remember this, yeah? The reason why I say it's better for them to run out the contract than it is to try and sell him in January is because they can still say no. DC could come in for Ozil and he could say no. I'd rather be in the reserves. And what then?
Also, you are aware, like, even if you do get rid of these players, it doesn't mean their wages automatically go. Like, you can, like, sometimes teams structure deals where you still pay their wages. So even if you get rid of Ozil and he goes to DC United, there's still a chance you're paying $300K a week for nothing.
I swear we're still paying with Paul Sanchez.
Do you know what? No, that's totally gone now.
That's totally gone now. Okay, during the loan, we was paying Barney.
The thing with this is, and we can get down to that. You guys think you're going to get back into that top 6? Kesh is now with us as well on the Arsenal game. Though, this is why I want to go back to Igal here. Then we're going to go to Kesh. What? And by the way, guys, I've sent a private chat message. You guys could check that out for me just while we're doing this, please. Is there anything about Burnley that worries you, Igal? Is there anything about Burnley this weekend that makes you worried or concerned about them getting points against you?
Why would I be worried about Burnley? Honestly, I know we've been in a bad situation, but why would I be worried about Burnley? At this point, the only thing that worries me is our own form. We're our own enemies, not anybody else. So at the end of the day, if we can show up and do something well at home against any team we could beat. But right now, Burnley, it's not the team that we're facing. We're facing ourselves, Terry. We're setting ourselves up for situations. We're missing our own chances. We're not being clinical. It's everything we're doing to ourselves. I don't feel like the opponent have taken this game by the scruff of the neck and destroyed us. The majority of these games, we've caused our own problems. And that's the issue for me.
Kesh, from your point of view, mate, I've got Latimus in the background as well. Kesh, from your point of view, Arsenal have been struggling. Are you confident of getting the result against Burnley this weekend?
I'm more than confident. Like, if you look at our performances, we are our own enemy. We just need to go out there and put in a worthy performance, and then we'll beat Burnley. I don't see them having much threat. Like, if there was to beat us, it wouldn't be like they're going to do it at Aston Villa, and it's supposed to be like a 1-0 win. But Burnley tend to struggle when they go away from home against the big teams. So I feel if Arteta can cut out these silly mistakes, like depending on players that keep letting down over and over, give the guys that are actually showing that they can do something and reward them for it, I think we'll get a better tune out of this team.
There's a comment here. This is just for everybody from Daniel that says, you aren't a top club anymore. Face it. Burnley is your level. What's your response? When you read that kind of thing, Gal, how does that make you feel as a Gooner?
You're muted.
You muted yourself.
We all know that's just banter at the end of the day. That's not real talks. At the end of the day, Arsenal, even though we're in this bad situation, we're still renowned as a big club to every single player, agent, team across the world. They all know if Arsenal comes knocking, you're gonna actually take a look. Your head might turn if you're playing for a team lesser than that. And at the end of the day, these guys at Burnley, they might say, "Oh, Arsenal is vulnerable right now," but that's all it is. We're just we're a vulnerable animal right now. That's all we are. We're not the lion or dragon that we used to be.
Don't Burnley have quite a decent record against Arsenal though?
Yes, they do.
No, the opposite. The opposite. We've always beaten them.
No,
you haven't.
No. What it is, they always struggled against Burnley, but they'd always nick it in the end for a 2-1 win.
I remember one time Koscielny scored with his hand. I remember there was one
records are meant to be broken, isn't it?
You know what? That could be a key point this weekend, couldn't it? They've always sort of been tight games, but you've always come out on top. Imagine it being that tight game, but Burnley come out on top.
Those games was normally at their ground though, where we struggled. It wasn't never necessarily at home.
Okay. You all seem confident that. Does anybody here see a shock result? Does anybody here think
me?
Draw?
I think the shock is Arsenal.
I think the shock result is if Arsenal beat Burnley.
You think that? You actually so you make Burnley favourites?
Yes. By a slim way, but yes, I think Burnley are favourites.
No, you're capping.
No, I'm not.
Explain to me then. Explain then.
The physicality, the way Burnley actually play, the fact that Arsenal, that they're playing at home, aren't they? They have to open up and actually attack Burnley. That falls into Burnley's hands perfectly. We know Arsenal's defense is not the best when they actually have to open up and come at teams. They don't have the creativity, so how are they going to break Burnley down?
I disagree, Prime. The reason why I disagree, if you look at the teams that are beating Arsenal this year, it's not the teams that are playing physical. It's the team that's actually playing total football. Like, they're playing total football, pass and move, getting in behind the likes of Bellerin, getting in between the midfield and defence where, Xhaka and Ceballos are not picking up their second runners, and that's how Arsenal's losing games. It's not about physicality why we're losing.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, Arsenal, yes, will open up, but then what they're gonna do? Hoof it to Chris Wood, and then what? Then wait for Ashley Barnes from the edge of the box to be running at his like 45 pace that he's got or something. You know what I'm saying? For me, and you know what? Yeah, sorry, David, but you know what? Arsenal, they may be in a state right now, but Burnley are a team that when you turn up, you will beat them.
Yeah.
Like, you will build, like Man City showed it. They were in poor form, and people are like, Burnley might do something against them, get a draw. Now they pammed them 5-0. I'm not saying you're going to do a 5-0 on them, but Arsenal aren't losing.
Well, that's Man City. KJ, but with all due respect, that is Man City. It is Man City with all the quality.
I don't agree with Prime's overarching view that they'll win, but he makes some points that I think could cause them problems. Cam here says, Ollie's first 11 games in his first season, 13 points. Arteta exactly the same, and now United are talking the most funny.
So where did they finish though? Like last season.
Also, people were calling for Ollie's head at that time as well.
They were, but on top of that, it's not the points that Arsenal are on. That's part of the banter. It's the lack of opportunities, the lack of shots, the lack of chances. It doesn't look like that. I know it's Burnley, so it's a little bit light, but the 3 games that come after Burnley, there's no light for Arsenal fans right now. Like, you need to beat Burnley well to go into those games with any kind of confidence. If you scrape a scrappy one and you barely create, you're going into the games against Southampton, Everton, and Chelsea, and Brighton. You know, you're
you know what's mad as well, Terry?
Underdogs, in my opinion.
Do you know what's mad as well? They told us when remember last season, I think it was last year or the season before, they had the opportunity to get Mourinho. Mourinho was being talked about. They told us they don't want Mourinho. It's fossil football, blah blah blah. This and that. Arteta's this savior, blah blah blah. Arteta's come in and he's playing a little brand version of Mourinho's football that is not even effective. Hold on.
Respect Lidl, fam.
Hold on. I was telling them from day one, Mourinho is better than your greatest manager of all time, Arsene Wenger. That's a fact. The numbers don't lie. Whether you're talking about trophies, whether you're talking about records, Mourinho is 1,000 times better than Wenger, isn't it? And now you've got Arteta, who is clearly out of his depth. Like, he doesn't know what he's doing, bro. Yeah, he's not taking you anywhere. Let's be honest, he's not. His brand of football is, they call it fossil football. This is even worse, bro. Do you know what I mean? This is worse. Like, I don't even
agree with you. I agree with you, but with all the things that Jose Mourinho has said about this club, I will not have Jose for them simple reasons. Yes, he's better. Yes, he could have done better, but for those simple reasons, I will never have Jose Mourinho at my club.
Well, you don't.
I respect that.
No,
respect that.
You don't just insult the club. You insulted the fans as well. I will never have Jose at the club. No.
Listen.
Also, I don't think
your own captain is with your club, bro. Your own captain
wouldn't be happy at Arsenal like he's at Spurs.
Wait, hold on. Your own captain insulted your club. Your own captain.
I don't watch that. I don't watch that.
And he caught smoke.
Listen,
like,
the main reason why I back Kesh's point is because the club would already be divided the moment he came into the job. It would be similar to people saying, "Oh, we never wanted Jose." There's going to be people who already wanted him, and immediately you're already going to have a divide in the club. It doesn't matter how he performs.
What I'm going to say to that, I'm going to quote the late great Heavy D. We did a podcast in my car over a year ago. Big up, R.I.P. Heavy D, and he said he wanted Jose. His comment about him wanting Jose actually got my podcast into the newspapers because obviously he's a celebrity. It was great. And he was talking, and I asked him that question around, do you think he could divide the club? People don't like him. And he said, everyone says that before the fact. And he basically said that if Jose came in and put us top of the league like Tottenham are right now, your feelings towards that manager completely dissipate. Chelsea fans were like livid when Rafa Benitez came in. And yes, if he'd have gone on to win the league and other things, as he started to do quite well with you, I'd swear he won some trophies.
Won the Europa
League. I saw the reaction from Chelsea fans soften towards him. Now, if he'd have put them top of the league, won a Champions League, it would have done the same thing. So if Jose went into Arsenal, all right, but then started winning things, I hated Jose my whole life because he knocked me out of the Champions League at Porto. He then went to Chelsea and took the mick, knocked us out of tournaments. He became our manager, and I was like, oh, I want that Jose. That Jose I hated, he's now mine, and I like it. And for me, I just think Arsenal fans, then I think Arsenal fans, you know what it is when they hate Jose? It's like, that girl that hates that guy, and it's because she really fancies him and he ain't interested. Do you know what I mean? It's like that love. You hit the girl in the playground that you fancy the most. I'm not talking punching a man. I'm talking about like sissy fight. Do you know what I mean? But it's one of them ones. That's what it comes down to.
Terry, I understand that point though. Hold on, I understand that point that if he was winning, yes, you're more than likely to change. But the thing is, I'm looking at this beforehand and I'm knowing what this organization are at this moment at the club, and I knew they would not back him the same way and Levy and invest in the way Levy is. They would have done that. So I don't think
but the reason I can't agree with that, though,
it's not about paying him much. Who
did he sign at Tottenham?
Thank you.
People was Højbjerg, which wasn't a lot of money. It was cheaper than Partey anyway. Matt Doherty for like what? I think it was either 20 million or less. I think it might have even been 12 or 13, something like that. It wasn't a lot of money. It wasn't a lot of back.
It was a lot of money. You've got it is a lot of money.
It wasn't a lot.
Here's the issue you got though.
Plus, he already had a song. He already had a Kane. He had a team that he could go and mold and put in little pieces there.
have
If
Aubameyang.
Jose came into the
You
team,
guys have Aubameyang.
Jose came into this team. When have you ever seen Jose play with a striker like Aubameyang anyway?
Yeah, Aubameyang
Yeah,
is
got
kind of
released.
striker. That's why he pushed out Rashford and Martial out wide because he
He's
ain't
not
the
a
kind of
Mourinho
striker.
signing, so he would have had a lot more work to be done.
No, agree.
So
I think
Aubameyang would have played
Mourinho's
wing,
far
not
more
playing
flexible
now.
than you're giving him credit for.
No, but here's the thing, though.
I'm playing wing now anyway.
Exactly.
Well,
Like,
he's playing wing back.
Yeah, you're managing now. doing that.
Jose at Arsenal would just basically be Jose at United, and it's one of those ones where it's not the money that would. Adam brought up the point that they didn't spend much on these players this season. It's not the money spent would be the issue. It's the fact that can you really trust Arsenal to get the players he wants? Really?
No, and I understand that. And do you know what I would say is this? I don't actually think that was Monstar's original point. He was basically saying that you guys didn't want Jose's brand of football, and you've just ended up with a much lesser quality push. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I no disrespect to Lidl or Aldi. I buy food from Aldi. But if you go out wanting Waitrose and come home with Aldi, don't taste the same, bro. Like, it's simple as that.